The GEM programme is about developing careers which are anchored to social justice and environmental justice, and supporting that involves in critical thinking, but not just critical thinking, creative thinking as well. I think the starting point is we treat the graduates as mature adults, as self-directed learners who take responsibility for learning with and from each other. So this afternoon they're working in groups to compare what's happening on EDI, not just in their own organisations, but across national boundaries as well. In this way they'll build up their understanding of what EDI, where EDI has got to in their own organisation, other organisations in other countries, and they will take that back to their workplace. They will feed that into the people who sponsor them to join the programme, and in that way they'll enhance the learning in their own organisations.
So I'm Isabel Davis. I'm a trainee neighbourhood specialist for Onward Homes. And I graduated university in Swansea. I was studying history, and I kind of felt I was a little bit lost. So I looked for different opportunities, and I saw the GEM programme. There's lots of different things that I find interesting. First of all, the course content. As I say, I work in neighbourhoods, so I don't get to see many different perspectives, and you can kind of see housing from a different angle, because today we're looking at equality, diversity and inclusion, which isn't something I typically deal with like day to day. The other ones we've been looking at policy, build and sustainability, so it's been great to see housing from that angle. Different organisations, different countries, so you can kind of see what they do differently, whether it's something you can bring back to your organisation, suggest alternative ways of working, and as I say as well, also just getting to know their jobs, what they do, because we're all from different departments.
It's been a very interesting discussion. We had the CAOs from a number of organisations on their journey into housing. Today has really been about equality and diversity and inclusion within the workplace, within housing. So you would get a lot of different perspectives, because you have different people from different organisations and associations and stuff as well. So you really get a very broad outlook of how people are working in housing and how they're dealing with the housing and stuff like this as well, with the housing crisis and cost of living and everything. So it covers a lot.
I started at Eildon Housing Association over in Scotland as a sustainability coordinator, and part of the agreement with the role was that I had to also do the GEM programme as well. But I've been told by the previous individual who was on last year's cohort, it's a perfect way to fast track your learning. And for myself, not coming from the housing sector, coming from the private sector, then moving to social housing, this was basically a brilliant way to get that exposure early on. So been listening to different people and hearing personal accounts, and it's a really great way to interact with it. But the minute you have a creative outlet and you can actually start putting pen to paper, actually for myself I'll be going back to my housing association and asking questions about what are we actually doing and how we put this into practice. So
I thought what was interesting was seeing the different challenges that each country, each organisation seems to face, that everybody is facing challenges when it comes to EDI, but they're all facing different challenges. Northern Ireland, for example, is facing issues with their peace walls and religious divide. It was very interesting to see that every organisation is having issues with EDI, where some are excelling in other areas of EDI, maybe not excelling in others as well. So it's,
as I say, I felt across today there's lots of different housing associations coming at it with really good ideas, and it's about how it's the benefit of the GEM programme is you get to go back to your HA and discuss and bring your ideas and begin to kind of share that with others, which is again part of the benefit of the programme.